Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Animals rarely want to go near humans, but these wild beasts in our list asked for help. Take, for example, the mother whale who wanted her baby to be rescued, or a dog that kept hindering the rescue efforts, or a great white shark who could have died without asking for help. Want to know why? Hang on to find out. Calls of a stranded whale. Whales are the beauties of the ocean, gentle giants who are incredible for their own good, but even they can ask people for help if they get stranded on a beach, helpless to even move an inch. This animal washed ashore on the sandy beach of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil and called for help. The lonely whale soon gathered a lot of people around itself who responded to its calls, and they were all more than happy to help. But the whale was too big an animal to help. Therefore, cranes were called in, along with ropes that were tied to its body. Groups were made to pull the rope into the water, with some people pushing the animal into the water. And when the whale finally made it in, well, the festivities of people were a sight to see. Squeaking dolphin. This entry is about to restore your faith in humanity. A dolphin was washed ashore on a beach during a high tide and then was stuck in the sand. She started squeaking in utter helplessness and immobility. People rushed in after hearing her cries and threw water on it using buckets. Then they all tried to push the dolphin back into the water and were eventually successful in doing so. I hope the dolphin remembers this beautiful gesture from these kind people. Baby great white. A group of surfers and lifeguards spotted a helpless baby great white shark stranded and trapped on the rocks along the coast of South Africa. Baby shark was as motionless as dead, and people were hesitant, of course, because before them was a killing machine. Although a baby killing machine, but still, does it make much of a difference? Anyhow, men helped the shark soak in water by splashing water over top, and then one braver man took it in his hands and put it in a bit of deep water where it could meet its fellows by swimming out to them. Orca calling for help. Orcas are apex predators in the ocean, the ultimate badass bosses of water, but in land, well, they're as helpless as an infant. This orca was stranded on a beach in Argentina, upside down, and was the embodiment of incapacity. She was calling for help in complete desperation. The kind family who was on the beach at the time helped the poor animal by making a way for it through the sand into the water. They used buckets to throw away the sand and make way. The family alone was not able to push it back in the water, so they called other people for help. Finally, the authorities came in and the killer whale was sent back to its home. Plight of sea turtles. Just before starting the clip, for those who don't know what ghost nets are, well, they're fishing nets that have been abandoned by fishers. The kind of nets that get lost in the ocean and then make the lives of marine life hell. In this viral clip, a turtle was found entangled in a ghost net and had severe breathing problems. The turtle had tears in its eyes, and he was in so much pain that it literally lowered its neck to show the people where it hurt him, and the kind rescuers saved the turtle from agonizing pain. Not only did they cut the net, but they also put ointment on its neck. Baby horse calling help for its mother. This incredible clip is my personal favorite because often we see mothers fighting for their kids, but in this video, you'll see a baby horse calling for help for its mother. The right hind leg of the mother horse was stuck in its mane, and no matter how hard she tried, she could not get it out. She was fully impaired of its legs, and as miserable as the mother was, the baby horse was equally pitiful. First, it circled its mother, but then went out to ask for help, and came back with a man who helped free her mother. The mother still had a limp in her gait, but walked home with its baby. The cameraman, however, seemed more interested in getting video rather than helping the poor horse. Kindness at its best. A crazy group of best friends can do the most bizarre of things, and sometimes it all gets so kind and heartwarming that it goes beyond words. This entry is about a group of 5 best friends who were walking down the road when they heard a squeaking, crying sound of a duckling. But where was it coming from? One of the crazy friends decided to go upside down into a street gutter. And next, watch the clip. It's pretty self-explanatory. Burnt baby koala bear. Think of any baby animal, little, scared, and burnt, alone in the jungle with no one with it. Would it call for help? Well, of course it would. And this baby koala bear did exactly that after it was burnt in a fire in an Australian jungle. It was crying for help when the woman, along with their assistant, approached it. One side of the poor baby was completely burnt, and he seemed petrified with fear. When the woman approached, he looked at her with trust and did not resist the rescue at all. It appeared that it was just too relieved to see any living individuals around itself. Elephant in agony. Many elephant lovers know that it is impossible for an elephant to jump or come out of a pit if it falls into it, and the poor animal of this entry had that unfortunate fall into a pit. The elephant was the complete embodiment of pain and incapacitation. He was crying for help when a man came in. First of all, he helped him drink water and relaxed the animal. Then, he called in some other people to rescue the poor fellow, and finally, they were able to take him out of it by widening the pit and pulling the elephant out. Crying mother of pups. Well, you're all gonna love this one, I bet it. The story starts when Animal Aid Unlimited got a call from locals about a dog crying in front of a large pile of rubble from a collapsed house. It was later revealed that the dog just gave birth to some pups who were buried under the rubble, and she was crying for them. When the rescue team arrived, the wailing mother took the man to the point where her pups were buried. The man started by taking off the stones, and at last they heard pups' voices. The mother was extremely restless, and she kept hindering the rescue, but at last she was reunited with her first baby, which was unbelievably small. Eventually, all her babies were taken out. Pleas of Mother Whale. Whales are incredible animals, and watching them breach is one of the most wonderful sightings in the world. But as much as they are marvelous, they are equally unfortunate animals because humans have polluted their natural habitats quite profoundly and are still doing it. In this entry, a mother whale was howling in sorrow, and when a boat of professional divers went near, they were shocked to find out that a young whale was trapped in a fishing net and its mobility was severely hindered because of it. She was barely floating in the water. Her mother was circling around her, and when she saw a boat approaching, she gave way to them in hopes of getting help. It was such a heartwarming moment for both the animals and the people of the boat. The rescuers dived into the water and thoroughly cut the entangling rope around the juvenile whale. As soon as she was free, she reached out to her mother, and both of them immediately dove into the water and left. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. The subscriber's pick. This shark in this entry washed ashore, and how much of a proud beast it was, it asked for help, and to my astonishment, people were quite brave to help the shark. Watch for yourself. Cutest help ever asked. Well, this was the cutest help I ever saw being asked. The adorable baby horse quite literally made a car stop on a national highway and came near the driving seat. The driver was intrigued because of this bizarre animal behavior, but then it dawned upon him that it wanted help to cross the railing to join its family, which it obviously could not do on its own. A boy had to come out for the cute rescue. He approached the baby horse, took it in his arms, and then put him on the other side of the railing, where it happily joined its family. Isn't it the most beautiful thing to do in the world? All of the above deeds are incredible in their own way, and I think this is the best way to live in an as diverse planet as our Earth. I hope people can understand this. With that note, we end our video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching it, and be gentle with animals.